Did you know that a commercial property can waste up to 50% of the total electricity it consumes? This happens essentially because of two reasons, and I'll tell you about those reasons in a while. But before that, hit the like button, subscribe my channel, and the first reason why we end up wasting electricity in any property is human negligence, right? Human negligence is quite self-explanatory. As you might already know, that you can actually identify n number of instances within any property where you're wasting electricity when you should not be, right? Suppose you are in an office space, you are occupying a meeting room, and you had a 1 hour very nice meeting, and as soon as you came out of the meeting, you forgot to switch off the air conditioning inside that meeting room. You can identify n number of similar instances that happen in your property, no matter if you're running a hotel, no matter if you're running a co-living space, co-working space, etc., etc. Human negligence happens everywhere, right? So the question is, why does it happen in the first place? Because humans are not good at following instructions. It's a proven fact. Even if you go out there and put n number of posters within your property prompting people to make sure that they're not wasting electricity within the property, they will still end up wasting it. Because what ends up happening is that a lot of times we are actually living in our head, and we are not conscious and we are not mindful enough at all points of time, especially in these days when the life is so fast paced, right? So how can we solve this? We can solve this if we can get someone who can follow instructions accurately. But that someone cannot be humans, because humans are not good at it. Fundamentally, they're not good at it, right? What are humans good at? They're good at creative thinking. They're good at innovation, all that. But following instruction is not one of them, right? So what is good at following instructions? A computer. You tell a computer to switch off the electricity in this room at, say, 10 a.m. every morning. It will do that automatically. You just define that, you just give this input to a computer, and it will do it on a daily basis without a fail. Right? You ask a computer to switch off the electricity in this room if no one is occupying this room, it will do it without a fail. You will have to install certain hardwares in this room, but it will do it without a fail. Right? Similarly, you can give n number of conditions to a computer, and based on that you can define certain actions that you want it to take, right? And a computer will be able to do that easily without a fail on a daily basis, right? So moving on, so the second reason why we end up wasting electricity in our property is, guess what? Faulty equipments. Now, what do I mean by faulty equipments? Faulty equipments are essentially equipments that are not running in an optimal state. When I say optimal state, I basically mean that, say for example, if there's a fan right here in front of me, probably you can't see it. If this fan runs for 1 hour, it consumes X amount of electricity. But if this fan is actually in a faulty condition, it will consume X plus delta amount of electricity, right? And now you can extrapolate this to a building level and think about the numerous different kinds of appliances that are there in your property that are running at any given point in time. And chances are, and these are very, very high chances, that a good number of those equipments are actually running in a faulty state and you do not know about it. And you will only get to know about it when the next set of maintenance happen. But by that time, you would have lost a lot of money on maintenance and on electricity bills. So how do we tackle the problem of faulty equipment? To help you understand that, let me give you an analogy, right? So when you get sick, what do? You go to a doctor. What does a doctor do? Doctor looks at certain indicators of your body. He looks at your body temperature, he probably looks at your heart rate, takes your blood samples, take your urine samples, and based on that, he tells you as to whether you're sick or not, and if you're sick, what's the problem, right? Similarly, for you to be able to identify faulty equipments within the property, you need to track certain indicators of those equipments. Now, what are those indicators? Those indicators are voltage, current, power factor, energy, etc., etc. And based on these indicators, you'll be able to identify if an equipment is actually running in a faulty state or not, and get it fixed well in advance. I'll give you a scenario. Say your AC got faulty on 15th of this month, and you did not get to know about it till say the 15th of next month. So for 30 days it has been running in a faulty state. It has been consuming more electricity than it ideally should to do the same task, and at the same time there is high chances that it will completely break down within these 30 days. And if it does completely break down, then you have to pay extra money for the maintenance as well.